Grand Lake Health Systems welcomes you to this broadcast of high school varsity girls basketball here on NKTelco Sports. We are here at Fort Loramie High School where the New Bremen Cardinals will take on the Fort Loramie Redskins. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors. Grand Lake Health System, Clope, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Ogle's Audiology, and NKTelco. We are here at Fort Loramie High School for this MAC and Shelby County League showdown here on this Tuesday night here in 2021. I'm Brandon Coderman here, along with me, Scott Fry on the color and stats. And Scott, looking at this game, we got a 3-4 New Bremen Cardinal team coming in. We did their game last week against Lehman. A big 40-point win for this 3-4 Cardinal team.
Yeah, they got a really nice win against a Lehman team that had only lost a couple of games this year. One Shelby County League lost against these Redskins. So New Bremen had a nice showing last week. They got several girls into the scoring column, several of them in double digits. So it was a good win for Coach Burden and company.
And Coach Burden's team 3-4, but a very talented team as that. And you're looking here on the Fort Loramie side, they are 10-0, and they have really been running pretty much what you call a gauntlet lately.
Yeah.
They have beaten in their last couple games Minster, Liberty Benton, and Houston, a couple solid teams there, and they face another solid team in Bremen tonight, 10-0, the number one ranked team in Division IV right now.
Yeah, Fort Loramie, kind of a repeat of what we saw last year, really tearing it up. They are in Division IV. They're ranked number 2, right behind Sugar Grove Fern Union, and ahead of the Minster Wildcats. Interesting, too, Fort Loramie just went out and took on Glen Oak, previous D2 champion, and beat them by 25 or 30. Pretty stout win. So Coach Siegel, business as usual, doing her thing.
And we'll have the action here next for you here on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Clope Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopedoor.com/careers.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Please support the following sponsors: The Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying Service Center, New Bremen Coffee Company, Sassy Sisters Designs, K&M Imports, Modern Ag Supply, Howl of a Good Time Grooming Salon, Goodyear Shoe Service.
Welcome back here to Fort Loramie High School here in this Grand Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports. Let's bring you the starting lineups brought to you by Sydney Ogle's Audiology. First, for the Crimson and Gold of New Bremen, they'll look like this. A senior guard, Katie Howe. Number 3, senior Ellie Rechteman. Number 5, junior Kaylee Friend. Number 12, Madison Cordonier, a senior. And rounding out the lineup, number 24, junior Riley Trentman. For head coach Chris Burden, he is assisted by John Storr and Emily Mesher for the 3-4 Crimson and Gold. Again, their first game since that game against Lehman, which we saw here on NKTelco Sports that Mr. Fry and I did. Now they're going to dim down the lights here at Fort Loramie. And they're going to get a little 1990 Chicago Bulls going in here
Feels like the United Center.
I say I wasn't around. I was born in '99, so I wasn't really around.
What did you just say?
But let's get the Sydney Agles Audiology starting lineups here for Carla Siegel's Fort Loramie Redskins. They'll start like this. Number 11, senior Caitlin Gasson. Number 20, senior guard Corinne Heitkamp. Number 22, senior forward Mackenzie Holscher. Number 30, senior forward and last year's Shelby County Athletic League Player of the Year, Dana Rose. Number 31, senior forward Jaden Putoff for head coach Carla Siegel with 2 state championships under her belt in 2013 and 2015. Scott, looks like it's going to be a good game. Let's look to the Keyhole Pizza keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. First for the New Bremen Cardinals.
Talking with Coach Chris Burden, he wants those girls to get back and transition. No standing around, back on defense. Cut turnovers to layups down. Don't commit turnovers. They make for easy scoring the other end. And then the Cardinals want to make Fort Loramie work hard in the half court. Don't give them any easy offensive sets.
And now for the Fort Loramie Redskins.
Lady Redskins want to control the tempo of this game, which is kind of their MO, especially on defense. They want to rebound and get easy putbacks, and then finally they want to shut down the top 3 scorers for the Lady Cardinals.
Thanks, Scott. We're underway here. And there's a quick turnover there for the Crimson and Golden. Holscher works it up quickly in the forecourt. Heitkamp up over to Gasson. Work around, work the offense over to Putoff over to Heitkamp, flips it over to Holscher, left wing. A lot of height here too, especially for 2 girls teams, it seems like.
Yeah, Kenzie Holscher, nice and tall, and of course Dana Rose, their girl in the middle there for Fort Loramie.
And again, turnovers traded to start this game. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for between the 2 squads here. Just going right down 66. New Bremen making the short trip here.
Well, the name of the game here for the Lady Redskins and Coach Siegel is defense. They use that to create all of their offense. And they are masterful at taking the ball away.
Very much so. And again, defense creating offense like we did that Minster-Russia game Saturday. And it's the same thing with the Lady Wildcats. Those 2 teams have kind of, we said, been the supreme dominance of Division IV girls basketball here in the Southwest District the past couple years. Gasson works in there, gives it out to Putoff, deep 3. Putoff cans it and opens up our scoring here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Well, Fort Loramie just did a nice job of being patient that time on offense. New Bremen playing man-on-man defense, and they were able to go high, low, high, and hit the big one for 3.
Howell works it over to Madison Cordonier. Cordonier getting Mackenzie Holscher on her. They go on the inside to Ellie Rechteman. Rechteman with that traditional power move that she does so well. And the New Bremen Cardinals are on the board.
Ellie Rechteman just big and strong underneath. She's a real threat to score some points for the Cardinals.
Quick shot for Loramie, no dice there. Howell works up quickly to Cordonier. Cordonier works in the lane. There's a hold there on Holscher. And you know what I look at here, Scott, is I see Holscher draws the assignment of Cordonier. Holscher, with her length, can really play anywhere on the floor. I knew when Loramie played Minster the other week, she guarded Ivy Wolf. So
yeah, and Ivy's probably a good 4 inches shorter than Madison Cordonier, but you know, Madison will see the ball a lot today on offense for Lady Cardinals.
Connor gives the screen to Friend. Friend working on the inside, tries to kiss it off the glass, no good. Corinne Heitkamp down with it. Heitkamp works up quickly in the forecourt.
Just not a great look on the shot. Friend couldn't really get square, and as a result, that ball was a little off target.
Dana Rose works down on the inside, flips it in the corner to Heitkamp. Heitkamp for the long 3 to redeem herself, no good. Trentman pulls it down.
Nice ball movement there for Fort Loramie. They got the open shot they wanted from the quarter, just couldn't finish it.
And Cordonier's ball is rejected there by Dana Rose, a future Tiffin Dragon.
Oh, nice. Nice defense there. Big block, didn't get her body on the ball handler, and so the Cardinals will try to inbound now.
Rose standing at 11 points a game. Last year's Shelby County Athletic League Player of the Year. Madison Cordonier for 3, no good. Rechteman gonna battle on the rebound there with Heitkamp, and it is going to be arrow favoring the Redskins.
We get our first sub, yeah, go ahead.
Yep, we have our first sub of the game. Colleen Brandaway comes in averaging 4.8 points a game for the junior.
Leading scorer here for Fort Loramie at 13.7, Kenzie Holscher, no surprise there. At the other end for the Cardinals, Ellie Rechterman, the leading scorer.
Ball movement going around here. Gasson top of the key. Gonna shout out the instructions to her team from head coach Carla Siegel. Holscher works it up on the wing, loses the ball, and Friend pulls it away. Good defense by the Crimson and Gold. They work it up quickly. Cardanier right wing trying to work on Holscher.
Fort Loramie did a nice job that time after the turnover, getting back quickly on defense.
Rechterman up and under, gets a shot altered there. Great defense by Dana Rose. Goes up to Gasson, streaking up the right side, and she's fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
Little body contact there on Madison Cardanier as Gasson took the drive in. So our first free throws of the night.
If you watch Caitlin Gasson play, she'll streak up that right side so well as you look here on a Winter Quality Meets replay.
Watch the shoulder. Oh, it was a grab. Okay, it looked like from this angle it was a shoulder, but you saw Madison Cardanier's right arm kind of go over the shoulder.
Gasson comes in shooting 64% on the season as she misses the first one. Claire Gephardt and number 23, Kara Meyer, into the ball game as Gasson splits it from the line. 4-2 Loramie here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
We're getting our first pressure here, and it pays off. Boy, that Fort Loramie does this so well.
And they mix them up all the time. You don't know what kind of defense you're going to see here. Brainaway on the inside, blocked there by Friend. Friend caught out of position, and Brainaway will go to the line for 2.
That was all set up, though, by the turnover on the inbound pass. Fort Loramie does such a nice job of full court pressure. We saw that. I did a game with them a number of weeks ago against Anna. And Anna actually had the lead at the half, and then Fort Loramie came out, made a few defensive adjustments, and it was all but over with. Very, very commanding win for the Lady Redskins.
70% free throw shooters Brainaway for the line as she goes 1 of 2, so 2 of 4 here. The Redskins early. Trentman getting harassed here. Got to try to give it back. Coach Burden wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Keep it here, and like to thank some of our sponsors here: Grand Lake Health Systems, Clopay, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Agles Audiology, and NKTelco Sports. Them fine sponsors here on this edition of NKTelco Sports. And NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the game Wednesday, January 6th at 5 p.m. and Thursday, January 7th at 5 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. As you take a good look there at Coach Carla Siegel, 2-time state champion, was on their way to a 3rd last year before everyone knows about the COVID pause.
Over 400 career wins here at Fort Loramie. Just an amazing career.
The Dean of Shelby County Women's Basketball, the all-time wins leader here at Fort Loramie as well. She's a graduate coaching at her alma mater.
Oh, nice.
So, well known is Carla Siegel, and deservingly so. Cardinals working around. Hal goes right wing. Friend in the corner getting harassed there by the Loramie pressure. They get a takeaway.
Fort Loramie just does such a nice job of getting in passing lanes, and they're so quick to close down those passing lanes.
Gephardt will work it up to Dana Rose. Give it up to Gasson. They'll go right wing Brainaway. Brainaway, weighing her options, gives it over to Gasson. 3:50 remaining, 5-2. Redskins hold on to this lead. They go inside Rose. Great ball movement. Kara Meyer, she shot fakes, goes around, and no good.
It's actually the first miss for Fort Loramie inside the arc.
Brainaway with the deflection here. And we got a couple New Bremen substitutions. Aaliyah Truman, Chloe Bornhorst in the ball game in Coach Burden's lineup. Madison Cordonier will inbound her right in front of Coach Siegel's socially distant bench. 3 here for Cordonier, no good. Bornhorst goes up, can't quite get it to go.
Going to see Madison Cordonier next year. A Findlay Oiler should be playing basketball up at the University of Findlay. Wish her the best of luck with that.
Yeah, I say, and you know, right across the way, there's Mackenzie Holscher going to play volleyball at Findlay as well. You got Dana Rose going to play at Tiffin. So, kind of those schools are getting a little boost from this area.
Absolutely.
Brandaway flips it in the corner over to Heitkamp, long two, no good. Offensive rebound goes down to Gasson. Rose flips it over to Gasson. She's going to go for the triple try. It rims out, and another opportunity for the Redskins on another rebound, but it's taken away by Truman. Truman works up to Friend in the forecourt. This is her specialty, right under the rim, and it rims out.
Long pass there out of transition. Kaylee really had to hustle for it, unable to connect.
Loramie trying to take advantage of it and missed the layup there, and there's a jump ball. The arrow should favor the Cardinals, and it does.
So far, New Bremen shooting 1 of 5 from inside the arc, 1 of 7 altogether. Fort Loramie shooting 1 of 6 altogether, 0 for 3 and 1 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Riley Heitkamp, junior guard, and back in the game, as well as Mackenzie Holscher. Riley Heitkamp, that libero on that volleyball team from this past year. That was Shelby County League champions and made it to the regional volleyball tournament.
Yeah, women's sports in this part of the state is second to none.
Second to none is correct, as there's a Bremen turnover there. Gephardt cross-court pass to Holscher. She's wide open and gets it in the short corner, a 7-2 Redskin lead.
Easy bucket, about 16 feet. Holscher had a nice look. The Cardinals just a little slow to get back on defense, and Fort Loramie took advantage of it.
Cordonier going to push the break against Rose, and one for Madison Cordonier. Nice move to the basket for the senior.
Nice aggressive move, gets first foul there on Dana Rose, so kind of a triple win here. If Madison can make this free throw, you get a foul on Fort Loramie, who's probably their best all-around player. You get a bucket and maybe a free throw shot made.
And a good call there. A good shot on our Winter Quality Meets replay there by our cameraman. It was a great shot there and pretty clear foul there on Rose, and Cordonier completes the N1. Couple substitutions, Rechterman and Trentman back into the lineup. This New Bremen trailing 7-5 as Riley Heitkamp will do the floor general duties. Left wing here, Heitkamp. Back over to Jaden Putoff, back over to Rose. Rose gonna try to test Ellie Rechterman on the inside. She's an immovable object under there.
Yeah, both girls strong and big. This time Ellie was able to shut the door on that. Fort Loramie moves the ball around so quickly.
Holscher kicks out Riley Heitkamp in the corner to Jaden Putoff. Back out to Riley. Work it over. Riley and Corinne, I believe, are sisters. Try to differentiate the Heitkamps on the floor for Fort Loramie. Ball's picked off there by Friend. Friend gonna try to push the break. Almost picked right back off by Putoff.
That's Kaylee Friend's MO. She's a absolutely top shelf pocket picker.
No kidding there, and she loves to get out and run. We know that's when she plays her best.
Yep, and she's tough to catch. She's pretty darn quick.
Exactly, and Truman working up there, nearly stolen. Truman gets it right back, trying to go on the inside to Rechterman. Pass deflected and stolen there by Holscher. Holscher works up immediately, goes over to Corinne Heitkamp. Back over to Mackenzie Holscher, flips it over Rose. Rose tries to go baseline, cut off by Rechterman. Goes out to Riley Heitkamp. Again, great baseline defense by Ellie Rechterman. Ball goes over to Riley Heitkamp. The triple try, no good. Trentman gets it. Trentman gonna race up the right sideline. She's racing up quick. She's got one woman to beat, nearly walks, gives it up to a friend. Back over to Trentman. Trentman shot fakes butt.
There's the
shuffle
travel.
the feet.
Yep. Step before she dribbled, and that's gonna get called as a travel in most cases.
Brandaway and Gasson come back in the game in this low-scoring first quarter that we have. A lot of up and down movement here. Ball gets worked around there. Holscher just gonna go foul line extended, working on Friend, gets it back out to Colleen Brandaway. Brandaway on the inside to Putoff. Putoff gets it up on the inside. It goes over to Gasson. Gasson, long shot, no dice. And it's out.
Tough angle back there.
Ooh.
Ellie Rechterman and Chloe Bornhorst did a nice job of double teaming the entry pass, and it left Gasson in a tough spot to try and make that basket. Nice little inbound, but couldn't get it to fall.
Ooh, and tough call there. Chris Burden, not a fan of that. Called by the baseline official. That's the bank shot missed there by Colleen Brandaway. Good design there on the inbound. Jaden Putoff capitalizes.
Putoff did a nice job of just kind of leaking behind the New Bremen defense. And nice open look and a beautiful shot for the Fort Loramie lead at the break here, 9-5.
And we'll come back to you with the second quarter after this here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Back here at Fort Loramie High School, Brandon Coverman and Scott Fry giving you the action here from Fort Loramie. The Redskins lead the Cardinals 9-5, Scott.
Highlights for New Bremen, Ellie Rechterman playing sound basketball at both ends. She slammed the door on a couple of attempts to get down on the baseline. And then, of course, Kenzie Holscher with a big turnover here just a few minutes ago, kind of leading the charge, but leading scorer for everybody. Number 31 for Fort Loramie, that's Jaden Putoff with 5.
Shot no good there from Brandaway. Redskins struggled shooting in the first quarter. And, you know, if you get stops, if you're New Bremen, that credits you to get out of that pressure, too. That
yeah, it sure does.
Rechterman on the inside. Nice move, and she is fouled on her way to the basket.
She will draw a ton of fouls, and I think they got Jaden Putoff with a little slap on the arm there.
And I think you're right there. It altered her shot, and it came down and hit her arm.
And Ellie Rechterman, also an excellent free throw shooter, 78% on the season, the leading Cardinal free throw shooter. Oh, I should say, I apologize. Katie Howell is actually the leader, but Ellie's right behind her.
And 78%, not too shabby, and she'll add to that. She's got 3 points now.
3 team fouls against the Fort Loramie Redskins and 2 against the Cardinals.
And Rechterman goes a perfect spotless 2 for 2 there. And Loramie races it right up quickly. Corinne Heitkamp down on the inside to Holscher. Great stop there by the Crimson and Gold.
Didn't see you got a hand on that, but it was an excellent stop. So here we go. Chance to tie things up.
Good tip there by Heitkamp. Again, that's what Loramie's doing a lot of times, especially when they're playing in the half court. Getting a lot of tips and making New Bremen have to spread things out.
Fort Loramie just does a great job of getting in gaps. They just do really well at that. And then look how quickly they close there to double team Katie Howell on that far sideline to try and get that trap, and it disrupts the Cardinal offense.
This team speed is something you can't teach.
Nope. Fort Loramie has it.
The Redskins do it oh so well. 7:10 remaining, 9-7 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Truman goes it down on the inside to Rechterman. Rechterman out to Trentman for the lead. It cans out, but will stay with the Crimson and Gold here in their nice road gold uniforms.
They are cool looking, yeah, very cool. One thing you can teach, though, that Coach Siegel has done a nice job, when you combine that speed and quickness with reading the floor and anticipating, that's why they're so good at tipping those passes and breaking up the passing lanes, because they know where to be and when to be there, and so they know how to use that speed.
Down on the inside to Rechterman, picks up her dribble back out to Katie Howell. Howell into the recently entered Abby Powers. Powers out to Trentman. Trentman's tip gets stolen there by Clara Gephardt. Ball goes down to Holscher. Back over down to the aforementioned Gephardt, getting it done on both ends.
Yeah, the Cardinal defense just kind of lost track of Clara Gephardt there, who did a nice job of coming in kind of trailing.
Redskins immediately apply that ball hawking pressure. And the Redskins, again, just harassing defense. They are everywhere. Long pass there down to Rechterman, and it's going to tip off her hand, a Cardinal turnover.
That was a tough one. Jaden Putoff doing a nice job of elevating and high pointing as that ball came in, and ended up it tipped off of Ellie Rechterman there.
And we talk about how good this Redskin team is. They're missing Ava Schultz as well, who had been a key part of this game. Tore her ACL in the first game of volleyball season.
Right.
So if you think the Redskins are good, she is a key piece they are missing. She played quite a bit last year as Trentman fouls Brainaway on the
I think if your shoe comes off, you've been fouled. Is that a pretty good indicator?
I think it is.
And back to Ava Schultes, this lineup for Fort Loramie is essentially the same group of girls that got stopped short by COVID last year on their way to what everybody thought would be a state title.
Yeah, it would have been about a 30-0 season. They lost 4 seniors off that team. So, again, tough break there for the Redskins. As they work it around, Gasson will kick it out to the just entered in Kara Meyer. Over to Dana Rose. No good. Ball goes down to Abby Powers. She's very good up, running ahead of the pack, and so is Kaylee Friend, but she can't quite finish. Tough break there for Friend.
Yeah, just again, the pass looked like it got in there just a little bit late, and Kaylee was pretty well past the basket when she got it.
Gephardt there, high arcing shot, no good. But it comes down back to Gephardt. Way to find your shot there if you're 32. Gassing around the screen, no good on the shot there from the elbow. Loramie getting a lot of good looks, just can't quite convert in the half court. 11-7 our score here. Rose cuts to the basket and is pounded there on her way up.
Yep, Ellie Rechterman with a 2-hand tap there for the foul. So Dana Rose will go to the line, I believe, for the first time.
And we are not playing backyard football there, so that one's gonna get called. Rose cans the first one. Rose, a pretty good free throw shooter at 72%, so 2% above the Redskin team average at 70% coming into tonight. And a cursor there as she splits it from the line. Howe works it up quickly. She's gonna give it back up to Friend. Again, Redskins not giving an inch of ground, an inch of comfort. Howe goes on the inside to Friend. Friend tries to make a move. And it's tipped by Carolina. Again, those tips, even if they go out of bounds, they might not seem like they do a lot, but they do.
Disrupts the offense, absolutely. And it just, if you're the one on offense trying to make things happen, after a while, this starts to become very frustrating. And then you start to press things, and it just gets uglier from there.
Gets it over to Madison Cordonier, and there's the charge called that Dana Rose wanted the first time, and she gets it here as Cordonier goes up to the basket. Cordonier fell hard.
She sure did. We heard that thump. Here's your winners meets replay. You can see Rose just waiting there, and big collision. So great call by the official. Dana Rose had probably a second and a half of time to consider what was about to happen before contact.
Cordonier goes out with her second foul, so Chloe Bornhorst will enter the line at the 5th team foul for the Cardinals. Gasson brings it up over the court, gives it up back, nice back screen to Holscher. Let's see if she can convert, swatted by the athletic Friend, and she makes it up quickly. Goes up quickly over the half court, but is harassed immediately there. Gets the ball tipped, goes over to Bornhorst. Bornhorst 2 powers right through the wickets there. Recovers over to Howe. That's a mad scramble for the Cardinals to set something up here. Pick up Abby Powers. Powers gets it taken away by Gasson. Goes right back up over to Friend, trying to establish some sort of offense. Put off, gets the turnover.
2 turnovers on 1 trip down against the Cardinals. Again, just a swarming defense. Sometimes it looks like Fort Loramie has 2 more players on the floor than their opponent.
That's well put there, and does seem like that. They're all over the place. Rose gives it up over to Putoff. Have not seen this Fort Loramie girls team play in over a month. So it's interesting to see their development and where they've come so far in a month defensively, especially.
Very, very patient against, this is probably Coach Burden's, or at least when Cordonier's in, this particular 5 set of girls is probably his quickest, most athletic combination on the floor. And you saw how Fort Loramie handled that.
Gasson takes it baseline, tries to kick it out to somebody, but it's nobody. Friend gonna race after it and just let it go out in the baseline.
That'll be the 5th turnover now against Carla Siegel's Lady Redskins to 9 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, friend, that was going to be a tough one to pick. She was kind of running along with two Redskins there. She picked it up. She might have found herself in a trap right away, so wisely lets it go out.
Yep. Yeah, I think she was thinking, well, if they're going to jog back, I'll race back and see if I can get a freebie, but the Redskins too savvy for that.
Howell will bring it up. The senior will try to give it up to the junior friend, and there's a Cardinal turnover. 12-7, this low-scoring affair that we have going on here. Riley Heitkamp back into the ball game for the Redskins. Gives it up over to Corinne Heitkamp. Back inside, up over to Jaden Putoff in the short corner, rims out. Holster on the second attempt, loses it. And Howell brings it up.
Well, it's a great offensive set. They got the ball, nice entry pass in, then kick out for the high, good look, and just couldn't finish it.
Ball tipped over there and will stay with the Cardinals. We got a couple substitutions. Number 40, Paige Eilerman, and number 32, Clara Gephardt back into the lineup. Eilerman, a senior, getting her first action here in the second quarter. Just trying to see if Paige can come up here and spark something offensively for her team, as Riley Heitkamp nearly gets the steal there.
7 seniors on this roster for Coach Siegel to 9 Cardinals on the roster for Coach Burden. The depth of this ladies basketball program is really amazing for a school the size of Fort Loramie.
All juniors and seniors on the varsity roster too, all pretty much kind of a good mix of freshmen and sophomores there. And I know they have a freshman team too, as there's another steal there. Clara Gephardt made that one happen.
And we should mention that Fort Loramie played Minster in a JV contest before this one went. And they came up successful. The foul called there on the Cardinals' Katie Howell.
Jaden Putoff there gets fouled on her way to the line. Putoff, another one of the seniors, a 3-year letter winner for Coach Siegel's squad, and she can't quite connect on the first one. Redskins struggling from the line tonight.
3 of 7.
Below their season average of 70%, which is a very solid average. Putoff dips the knees, fires, and extends the Loramie lead to 6. As Colleen Brainaway back in for Jaden Putoff.
Cardinals need to just kind of settle down a little bit, stay with their offense, take care of the ball. They look a little panicky in reaction to this defense, because Fort Loramie's not even playing full court pressure yet.
And Friend hopped up and down. She's lightning quick, but not quick enough that the referee caught that.
So that'll go down as turnover number 13 for the Cardinals to just 5 for Lady Redskins.
Gephardt goes foul line extended up over to Brainaway. The long shot finally rattles home for the Redskins.
And that was good for 3. 2 of 6 now beyond the arc for Fort Loramie.
16-7, Redskins' largest lead of the contest. 1:50 remaining here in the half. Truman working around, trying to end this Cardinal offensive drought here. Howell going to work on the inside ball. It's tipped.
Boy, a lot of contact down in there. Katie Howell had a nice shot fake, kind of pulled the defense, and then we got into a bit of a scrum there. Looks like Aaliyah Truman's going to take it out here for Coach Burden.
Good opportunity here for the Cardinals. They can strike and execute something off the out of bounds. They swing around a defender, try to get it onto Bornhorst. And what you'd like there and see there from the Redskins is as soon as they try to get a post entry pass, 3 people are collapsing.
Well, and you look at the length that is on the floor right now for Coach Siegel. Colleen Brandewy, the junior, is tall. Clara Gephardt is big. And then Paige Eilerman was the one to bat that ball out. And here's New Bremen's 3rd attempt at running an offensive set now.
Cardinals' life has been tough in the half court tonight. And the Redskins just so good defensively.
Now you can see them offensively. They all look very tentative now that they've been burned a few times. And this is the impact that this aggressive style of defense will have. Even when you're not causing turnovers, the offense becomes hesitant.
Ball goes out to Friend, over to Howell, gets off a clean shot, and that falls Katie Howell with a nice response.
Cardinals, nice job there, being patient, moving the ball. It took them a few tries, but they hung with it and got a nice open look there for Katie Howell, and she was money.
Redskins work it around here. Again, you talk about how good this defense is. They held a very good Minster offense to 26 points, and the 3 flies there from Heitkamp. It's pulled down by Chloe Bornhorst.
Cardinals doing a nice job rebounding the Fort Loramie offensive shots. 8 rebounds now for New Bremen.
Rechterman on the inside. The Redskins lost her, and there was 3 that surrounded her. 1 that got the block, but 1 that got the body in the foul.
And there's Ellie Rechterman now doing what she does. 4 points so far here in the first half. She'll see if she can add to it for the Cardinals. Here's your Winners Quality Meets replay. You can see this entry pass come in, and just like you said, Fort Loramie does a nice job of collapsing down in there. Unfortunately, they didn't get there until Ellie Blue was in the air, and that if you get a body on her at that point, that's going to be a foul, and that's a first made free throw.
Looked like it was either Rechterman or excuse me, that was Gephardt or Eilerman's assignment there, and one of them failed to pick her up. And you cannot do that to Ellie. Down on the inside, Gephardt trying to answer and does it oh so well. Clara Gephardt with 4 points.
She did a nice job that time of getting over Kaylee Friend, who was back on defense.
Gephardt gets a tip there, doing it on both ends here tonight for Coach Siegel's squad. Heitkamp gets it up to the left wing, being guarded by Truman. Back over to Corinne Heitkamp, under about 5 seconds to go here. Paige Eilerman fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
That's going to be on Aaliyah Truman. That'll be her first personal foul. Cardinals are guilty of 7 fouls here in the first half to Fort Loramie's 4.
17 fouls here for the Cardinals in the half compared to 4 for the Redskins, and the Redskins' struggles continue from the line.
4 of 9. They've been kind of rolling at a 50% clip. So we'll see if Eilerman can keep them at that 50% and make this one.
4.4 remaining here. It's missed there, pulled down by Bornhorst. Friend's got to work quickly and throw up a prayer. Gives it up to Truman. No one there to get it. That brings us to our halftime break. The Fort Loramie Redskins lead the New Bremen Cardinals 18-11. We'll come back here with our stats in our second half here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hello, New Bremen. I'm Matt Everidge with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your cable, telephone, and internet services.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, New Knoxville. I am Wesley Meyer at NKTelco. We are here for you and your customer service needs.
Hey, Maria Stein. I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Please support the following sponsors: Forever Fit, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, Western Ohio Mortgage.
Back here at Fort Loramie High School, where the Lady Redskins lead the Lady Cardinals 18-11 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And let's take a look at our first half stats brought to you by Scott Fry.
All right, on the New Bremen Cardinals side of the ledger here, they go 3 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. They were perfect from the free throw line. Ellie Rechterman, 4 of 4 there. They did collect 8 rebounds. The big telling figure that we thought we'd probably see, Brandon, is the Fort Loramie pressure defense. Made it tough for the Cardinals. They coughed it up 15 times. Over on Fort Loramie's side of things, 6 of 22 from the floor, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. And then 4 of 10 from the free throw line. So, you know, the message from Coach Siegel going into the locker room is probably, hey, we need to shoot just a little bit better. I don't think they're shooting as well as they'd like to. 5 boards, and they did a great job of protecting the ball, just 5 turnovers.
Yeah, and you obviously look at that turnover margin. That's going to really pop out to people. It gives you more shot attempts. But the Bremen Cardinals, I mean, this is kind of the same thing, you know, I did their game a couple weeks ago against Minster, where they had about 10 or more turnovers, but only lost by 8. And you're thinking you're giving that many more shot attempts and losing by 8. You know, you're still in the ball game.
Yep.
So again, New Bremen cuts down on that turnovers. You know, they can be in this ball game. Give Loramie a little push here.
Absolutely, yeah. Just down by 7. The Fort Loramie has a way of coming out of the locker room and taking command, just shutting a team down at the offensive end and lighting it up at their own offensive end. So we'll see what happens here, Brandon.
I'd like to see the adjustment that both coaches come out with, Coach Burden and Siegel, respectively. There, a little screen in the corner to Gasson as we start out the second half. Up over to Heitkamp, up over to Holscher. It's a very senior-laden veteran team that Coach Siegel has. Heitkamp with the jumper and starts Loramie off on a good note in the second half.
Boy, nice coming off the screen there to pick up that Cardinal defender. Got her a nice good look there. And off we go for Fort Loramie.
Corinne Heitkamp coming into this game averaging 5.6 a game. Working her way in the box score. Cardonier trying to work through the double team. Loses the ball. And gets it stolen. They go work up quickly in the forecourt. Gasson up over to Putoff. Corinne Heitkamp pulls the trigger. No good. That is long. Putoff gets it up to Gasson.
Good job of chasing down that rebound for Fort Loramie to reset the half-court offense.
Heitkamp up over to Gasson. Gasson trying to work it over back to Heitkamp. Gasson just fast as can be. We talk about how fast Kaylee Friend is. Gasson the same way.
Very quick. You saw there Riley Trentman trying to keep up with Gasson, barely able to do so. Now Holscher, Kenzie Holscher in, nice up and in, working around the Cardinal defense.
Nifty move to say the least, 22-11 Loramie. Quick out of the locker room like you said, Scott. And there's a Cardinal turnover.
Second one already. 2 trips down, 2 turnovers.
Burroughs loses the ball. Putoff goes up and will go to the line for 2. Reckman arguing that she was straight up, but no dice there.
Jaden Putoff, really nice utility player for Coach Siegel. Let's take a look at the Winter Quality Meets replay. Fort Loramie pressing the issue down there. Ellie Rechterman trying to get set on defense, and she was not still. Good call by the official. She definitely made some body contact there as Putoff went up for the bucket.
And Putoff, a nice player again, a 3-year letter winner on this team. So has been around, adding to this veteran experience that they have, and they're up 24-11 now, darting out of the locker room fast as can be.
Putoff leading all scorers with 8.
Hal immediately going to see the pressure, and Coach Burden wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Brookside Laboratories, east of Chicago Pizza.
Back here at Fort Loramie High School, where the Fort Loramie Redskins and New Bremen Cardinals are doing battle here. The Fort Loramie Redskins lead the New Bremen Cardinals 24-11, thanks in part to a 6-0 run to start the half by Fort Loramie.
Yeah, great job of coming out, taking care of the ball on the Cardinal offensive side, getting a couple of quick turnovers to create points, to create that 6-0 run. We were talking on that little break there, Brandon, the quickness that Fort Loramie exhibits. Every trip down on defense, collapsing on the ball handler. They just caught Katie Howell on a trap on the far sideline, causing Coach Burden to burn a full timeout here. He's already down 2 timeouts. 5 timeouts left for Fort Loramie to 3 for the Cardinals. So defense wreaking all kind of havoc for Coach Siegel.
Well, this defense, you know, was good last year. I mean, this team trying to make an argument that this year's team's even better on the defensive end. Again, losing 4 seniors from last year's stellar team. Rechterman works up in the high post, down on the inside to Friend. Friend trying to weave her way to the defense. Power move, no good.
Rebound pulled down by Fort Loramie. We're going the other way, just like that.
Holscher working up, works it up over to Putoff. Putoff over to a wide open Mackenzie Holscher, and that takes a long roll, but falls in for the Redskins.
And it was a nice play. Holscher dished it back out up top. Classic give and go. As soon as she dished it, she made a break for the basket. No defense there. Easy bucket for the senior.
Friend tries to weed the way through the defense. Rose gets a hand on it and tries to get to Rechterman on the inside and turns the ball over.
I think the Cardinals so far were well into the third quarter. They've taken 1 shot. Just tough sledding here.
26-11 our score here, about 3 minutes into the second half. Heitkamp works it up over to Gasson. Gasson up over to Rose on the right wing. Rose will toss it back up over to Gasson, over to Putoff. Short corner for Dana Rose. She stops, pops, fires, and connects an 10-0 run for the Redskins in 3 minutes.
Nice bucket there for Rose. That puts her at 3 points now on the contest.
Trentman gives it up to Rectorman. Great recovery defense there. Friend was trying to get to the basket, but Loramie recovered so well.
Yeah, you could see Ellie Rectorman was looking for Kaylee Friend breaking back door along the baseline, but just Fort Loramie does a nice job of getting in those gaps, and you're going to get a foul on Dana Rose.
Foul on Rose there. Colleen Brandway back into the lineup, the junior, coming back into the game again, averaging 4.8 points a game this year. Junior who got a letter last year, who did see some playing time on that talented team from last year. Madison Cordonier loses it, gives it up to Friend. Friend, power move on the inside, no dice. Rose gets it.
Boy, such a tough shot there. Yeah, she just couldn't get a good look.
They toss it in the corner to Corinne Heitkamp. Heitkamp tosses it in. 30-11 Redskins.
That'll be Heitkamp's 4th point on the game here. Corinne Heitkamp with 4.
And a bounce attack, the lead scorer right now, Mackenzie Holscher with 6 points.
And here the Cardinals have Ellie Rectorman, and I'm air quoting, wide open under the basket. And back just in time, Dana Rose, showing why she was the Shelby County League Offensive Athlete of the Year last year, somehow manages to get that play tipped out of bounds.
Abby Powers and Leah Truman in. And Clara Gephardt in as well for the Redskins. She's had a nice game today, and there, especially towards the end of the first half. Madison Cordonier, quick trigger, tries to kiss it off the glass. No good. Friend swoops in and gets the rebound. Nice play by the junior. But a turnover there off the shoulder of Aaliyah Truman.
Yeah, the Cardinals just not having any luck getting clean looks at the basket. Fort Loramie's really picked up the pace on defense here. In fact, New Bremen still scoreless. The Redskins on a 12-0 run to start the second half.
Trying to make it 14-0, maybe 15-0. Heitkamp over the basket there. A little too much power there. Cardinals try to work it up quickly. No one paying attention for the Cardinals. Holscher up ahead of the pack. And she puts it in. Holscher with 8 points now.
That's 5 turnovers. And Coach Burden wants to stop play and talk things over.
What's the 32nd again? We'll keep it here. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Grand Lake Health System, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Ogles Audiology, and NKTelco Sports. You can follow WCSM AM 1350 96.7 FM and their internet exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com all season long. Your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize counties. And we got a replay here of our last play brought to you by Winter Quality Meats. And look at Holscher up ahead of the pack here. Just a great move on the inside.
Did a great job of getting down the floor off that turnover. And as I was about to say when Coach Burden called his timeout, the Cardinals already guilty of 5 turnovers here in the second half, and we're almost exactly halfway through the quarter. Again, the Fort Loramie defense making it really, really hard to get anything at all going for New Bremen.
Powers on the inside, trying to give a little bit of a spark. Her teardrop no good. Friend goes up and one for Kaylee Friend. Nice move inside by the junior.
Just a nice job of fighting through the defense to get that rebound. And now she'll hopefully get her reward. Here's our Winners Quality Meats replay. You see Powers driving across, and the teardrop, as you said, a little short, but Friend in there to make an athletic play. Unable to convert on the free throw.
Cardinals get their first field goal of the half. And they get almost a steal here. Koshigo nearly caught, and she's going to call the timeout here. And we'll see, wait to see if it is a full, we'll keep it here again for the 30-second timeout. Again, our sponsors, Grand Lake Health System, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Ogles Audiology, and NKTelco, those fine sponsors. Again, follow WCSM AM 1350 96.7 FM. They bring some good local sports as well. Some great local sports.
I'd like to say thank you very much to Mitch Westerheide, the athletic director here at Fort Loramie. Always a nice place to come call a game. take very good care of us.
Again, and great production crew here tonight. Our cameramen and our guys in the truck doing well too.
Absolutely. Just a great time of year if you love high school sports in the thick of basketball season, and so grateful we're able to bring it to you and that there is a season.
Exactly. And again, if you can watch on our YouTube channel as well, and a whole bunch of good content on NKTelco Sports if you want to look us up on our YouTube channel and subscribe. Holscher on the inside layup, no good. Missed it from point blank range. Abby Powers with the rebound. Mostly a JV player. Madison Cordonier on the inside. Her pass stolen by Heitkamp. Brandaway, nice pass on the inside to Holscher before she loses it. Gets it right back. Might have got away with a walk there.
Little scramble here as we kind of trade turnovers. Fort Loramie fortunate enough to hang on to it. Now inside to Holscher.
Oh, so smooth there. Holscher in double figures now with 10.
Her movement is, like you said, smooth. There's really no other word for it.
Smooth move indeed. Again, Holscher 10 points, averages 13 a game, a little over 13 a game to lead the Redskin attack.
You see how far out the Loramie defense came to pressure the ball, and so that pulls the screen all the way out there, and the Cardinals get their screen off, but they're so far out practically in the front or back court before they get the screen to work.
Deep shot by Gephardt, no good, and that is Corinne Heitkamp on the cleanup, and Loramie has matched their scoring output from the first half in 6 minutes.
36-13, the Cardinals just with 2 points, 18-2 run here to open the second half.
Truman gives it up to Powers. Powers working around. Gonna try to give it on the inside to Friend. Friend working around. Goes through the legs of Cordonier. Goes up to Caitlin Gasson. Gasson working up quickly. Gives it up to Holscher, who makes a nice move. 38-13, Fort Loramie.
But Fort Loramie had a nice 3-on-1 out of the transition. There was just no hope for the defender back there. Just smart job of not committing a foul.
And what was once 18-11, the Redskins took this third quarter over. Pass tip stolen by Friend. Goes in the hands of Cordonier. Holscher on the baseline will go the way of the Cardinals.
And that's just the first turnover committed by Fort Loramie here as we're almost ready to wrap the third quarter. Wholesale substitutions for the Redskins.
I mean, again, this Loramie pressure just absolutely.
It's brutal.
Yeah, brutal. Absolutely one.
I'm glad I'm sitting here.
Put it.
Glad I'm sitting here and not out there trying to play against that defense.
I don't think I would want to.
You don't see a lot of drop-off when the bench enters the game, Brandon. They're just as quick, just as aggressive on defense. The team, you can tell, has really bought into Coach Siegel's style of play here.
Again, Scott, you mentioned that good point, too, of the good numbers that they have in the program, too. That benefits there as Trentman throws to absolutely nobody down there on the baseline. Miscommunication there in part of the Cardinals on the play. Again, that's the thing that, you know, that generally you would see them execute, but again, this Loramie pressure, you know, it makes you think twice.
Yeah, and you could just see the opposition wilt. This is my second time seeing Fort Loramie, and the same thing happened when they played Anna. It was a close first half, and then Fort Loramie came out of the locker room, and it was like an entirely different ball game, and the same exact thing we're seeing here. And you see the offense just wilt their confidence.
Yep. Ball goes on the inside, picked off by Rechteman as we near 20 seconds to go in the third period. Stanza. Howe works up over across the timeline to Truman. Truman shot fake but double dribbled there. She knew it too. You saw Dana Rose come flying, and naturally you pick your dribble up. Double dribble there for Truman.
If you're allowed to do that, that would have been a really great move. But unfortunately, the rules state that you can't do that.
Remaining seconds here, draining out here. Loramie looking to get a set play here to Brandaway. A little quick screen. She loses the ball, stolen by Trentman. Back up over to Howe. She'll have a few seconds, maybe get off a prayer here. And it's going to fall short. That concludes our third quarter here. The Fort Loramie Redskins lead the New Bremen Cardinals 38-13. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Wagner's IGA, Hulsman Automotive.
Back here at Fort Loramie High School, where the Fort Loramie Redskins are up 38-13 on this Grand Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports. Brandon Coverman here along with Scott Fry. And Scott, that third quarter, what was a 7-point lead, just ballooned into a 25-point lead there for the Redskins.
Well, we saw the adjustment. Fort Loramie just ratcheted up the pressure beyond what we saw in the first half, and that has created much of their scoring. New Bremen committed 10 turnovers in that third quarter, most of those leading to points.
Army defense creating offense here. Cordonier gets the ball tipped there by Colleen Brandaway again. The Redskins starting up quickly in the forecourt. Gephardt to the basket, no good. Gephardt there couldn't get it to fall. Ball being worked around here. Brandaway on the inside. Nifty move, can't quite finish and execute. Gephardt again getting the rebound. She's quietly had a great game. And a great play by Madison Cordonier, who runs into the bench, tip it off, put off. She is one aggressive player.
She is very quick, very strong. No doubt why Findlay wanted to get her up on campus for basketball next year for the Oilers.
Trying to get a screen here. Cordonier trying to slip. Good defense by Brandaway to recognize it. Cordonier on the inside. Ball's taken away by Gephardt. Caitlin Gasson works it up quickly. Ball being worked up around. Over to Putoff. Long shot, rims out. Gephardt again being a warrior for this team.
Just a great job of hustling for that rebound.
Redskins working around here in their home whites. Again, trying to move to 11-0 on the season and add to their impressive string of wins that they are on. It's included Liberty, Benton, Canton, Glen Oak. And again, we talked, as Dana Rose goes baseline and is fouled, we talked about their impressive schedule. If you just look, they're going to play New Knoxville, which will be here on NKTelco Sports. They've already beat Minster. They've beat Canton, Glen Oak, and Liberty Benton.
Yep.
They'll play Lima Bath, who is 10-1. Their only loss is to Minster. They'll play New Knoxville. They'll play Ottawa Glandorf here next week, I believe. They'll play Anna again, Russia Botkins. So a couple good teams as Holscher scores again.
Holscher doing a nice job there off the inbound, just turn around, little jumper. Holscher's up to 14 now.
And they play Marion local to close the season. So, I mean, talk about the non-conference schedule that this Fort Loramie team has. You already have the MAC teams, and then you throw in OG, throw in Liberty Benton, all these teams that make it oh so tough. Dana Rose swats Reckman on the inside.
Marion local's not going to be an easy win. They're having a great season.
Exactly. I know in a couple weeks we'll have New Knoxville, and that'll be a good game. I know Minster, New Knoxville, again, for you MAC listeners, will be a good one. I know I'll be on the call for that game. New Knoxville and Minster next Thursday at the barn.
That'll be a good one.
That'll be a very good one.
Those two teams are tied for first in the MAC, both undefeated in conference play, and Minster has one loss against Fort Loramie.
And again, we talk about, like, again, we've been complimenting this Fort Loramie team a lot, deservingly so. They held 26 points to the Minster team. And we know how potent that Minster attack is. You and I just saw it Saturday.
Yeah, we sure did.
With Ivy Wolf, excuse me, Janae Hoing and Ella Mesher, and that three-headed monster that there is, and their quality depth and their bench that they bring as well.
Yeah, always a good rivalry, really in all sports, but particularly in girls basketball between Minster and Fort Loramie, just neighboring communities, as Madison Cordonier takes her point total to 5 with a couple of made free throws for the Cardinals.
Rose on the inside to Mackenzie Holscher, just adding the cherry on top to a spectacular night for the senior. Exceeding her
points
points.
now. Yeah, very, very nice game.
Exceeding her season average. Put off. Probably looked like she got away with the walk there. Cross court pass, put off all alone there. Want to let her shoot it. She's going to pass. Goes to the red hot Holscher on the inside. Dishes it off to her classmate Dana Rose. And that's superb ball movement by the 10-0 Redskins.
Excellent ball movement there for Coach Siegel's Redskins. Rose up to 5 now. The past few trips down, they had been posting up Kenzie Holscher as we get a steal and a bucket there by Cara Meyer, and you're going to get a full timeout call by Coach Burden.
And we'll take it with them. We'll be back after the break here next on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Home and Interiors, New Knoxville Supply Company, Hokie Lumber.
Back here on this Green Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports, 5:06 remaining in the fourth quarter as you watch longtime girls head coach Carla Siegel, the all-time wins leader here at this historic Fort Loramie girls program, one of the top 3 winningest programs in girls history in Ohio. And they are showing why here in this second half, Scott.
Absolutely, and it's as I suspected. They crank up the defense here in the second half, and they haven't even really had to go to full court pressure. They don't give you anywhere to pass the ball. They get there before the ball. They double team quickly. They trap quickly. And then they get you just mixed up mentally, and you do things like what we're seeing right now, where the Cardinals can't even get the ball down into the front court, and you're going to get a foul there, I think, on Jaden Putoff.
Yeah, and the aggressiveness, a little too much there for our official there, and the Cardinals will take it right out in front of the Loramie crowd here. Again, the socially distant crowd here again. Cardinals' first game of 2020 here when Fort Loramie played Houston Saturday and just gave them a 81-26 victory there. Just another day at work for Coach Siegel's squad. There's a Cardinal foul on the inside.
I believe Madison Cardania there got a foul on the arm of Kenzie Holscher. That's her 3rd.
I'll be taken out of the basket by Gasson. Again, 3rd foul, as Mr. Fry said there. Good screen there for Gasson. She stops and pops, and it's taken down by Rechteman. Howell darts up quickly over to Truman. Truman will stop pop in transition, and it goes out. And a foul there away from the basket on the Cardinals.
It'll be Riley Trentman. I believe that's her 2nd foul of the contest.
Again, too, and the Cardinals apply their own pressure, trying to get something going here, trailing by 31. Redskins being patient here. They give it over to Putoff. Putoff takes the long 3, and that rattles home for Jaden Putoff. She's got 11 points in double figures now.
That moves Fort Loramie now 3 of 11 from beyond the arc.
Good defense by Meyer. Gets up over in the corner of Truman. That ball is tipped yet again by the Redskins. It's a broken record. Ball worked up quickly. Holscher going to let Gasson go and score.
That'll be 3 for Gasson.
Gasson below her season average. She averages around 7.
True point guard versus a shooting guard. She runs that offense often, doesn't shoot a lot.
Truman shot bangs off the iron, falls in the hands of Cara Meyer, and throws away out in front ahead of Gasson. Gasson usually pretty quick and can get that.
We'll get a handful of substitutions now as Fort Loramie just keeps them coming out.
Danny Barhorse, Paige Eilerman, and Riley Heitkamp in the game. It's like that one year, I believe it was the 2015 Kentucky Wildcats, where you kind of had that, what do they call it, platoon swap kind of. It's not really any drop off here between the starters and the bench.
And that's what you've got here in this case with Fort Loramie. There's not a big drop off between The girls coming off the bench and the starters. Nice little turn and set there, but unable to connect.
Meyer gives it out to Riley Highcamp. Ball tipped by Cordonier. She won't be able to chase it down in time. It'll stay with the Redskins.
There's a lot to be said. You see that hustle. You know, the Cardinals are down by a bunch, 51-15, and you see Madison Cordonier chasing down tipped basketballs. That says a lot about Coach Burden and how he preps these girls and how they play for him.
Mackenzie Holscher exits the game. Senior probably done on the night. Caps her night off with 16 points. Again, exceeding her average of the season of 13.7. So very good there for Holscher as Barhorse misses the shot on the inside. Scramble for the ball. And it'll stay with the Redskins. We have a couple subs coming in. Clara Gephardt coming in for the Redskins. Chloe Bornhorst and Kaylee Friend in for Coach Burden's squad. Ball given up. Paige Eilerman, foul line extended, no good. Ball's rebounded. Trentman up ahead quickly to her running mate, Kaylee Friend. Back over to Trentman. Hal on top of the key. So the inside, and Gephardt going to be the victim there.
Yep, got a body in there. She tried to poke that entry pass back out. She just succeeded in doing so, but in the process put a lot of body on the back of Chloe Bornhorst there. 16 fouls now by the Redskins to 4 for the Cardinals.
Hal over to a wide open Trentman and can't get the bucket to fall. Riley Highcamp gives it up to Danny Bornhorst. Bornhorst trying to run the break. Actually, excuse me, Barhorst, not Bornhorst there.
Trentman, Riley Trentman, the junior for the Cardinals, picks up her 3rd foul. You'll see it on the winners meets replay here. Barhorst comes down, and you can see very easily, easy to call there as Trentman's arm comes across. Makes heavy contact. First free throw falls harmlessly to the turf.
Got another substitution here. Aubrey Baker, a junior guard, coming in for Coach Siegel's squad, getting her first action of the night here. Barhorst cashes in on the second one, and again,
7 of 14 from the charity stripe are the Lady Redskins. Cardinals, that's definitely a highlight for them. They are 6 of 7. So they did shoot free throws very well tonight.
Hal goes baseline, working on Baker. Up on the inside there to Abby Powers, who's back in the ball game. Hal gets it up to Trentman. Goes up to Bornhorst. The Cardinals only able to muster 4 points this half. Friend cuts to the basket. And have a chance to add to the Cardinal total here.
Well, here's the crazy thing. They've only taken 8 shots in the second half. I mean, that's how suffocating this defense has been.
And that first free throw rattles in.
That'll put Friend at 3 points now. Kaylee is normally good for 12 plus per game.
Allison Schmidtmeyer in the game, a junior forward for Coach Siegel's squad. And we also have a substitution in here for the Cardinals, Mallory Messick.
Yep.
Messick, a 5'9" junior here for Coach Burden's squad, getting her first action of the game. Highcamp on the inside. Eilerman, power move to the basket. No good there. Schmidtmeyer with the rebound. And Trentman pulls it down. We saw how good this JV squad was too. Imagine practice every day. You know, you're playing against really good teams. You know, you're playing against a really good JV. It makes your varsity even better too.
Sure does.
Riley Highcamp with a nifty move to the left block. 54-17 our score here.
We started the half at 18-11. Fort Loramie is up by 7. And now they're up by 37, excuse me.
Ball picked off there by Schmidtmeyer. And there's just one gear this Loramie girls team knows, Scott, and that is just go.
Yeah, and it's almost constant anticipation. They're just so good. That's what strikes me, is they're so good at being where the ball is or is going so many times.
Ball worked on the inside. Nice shot there. Allison Schmidtmeyer works her way into the box score. And we're under a minute remaining here, 56-17. So Fort Loramie will move to 11-0, and their next showdown's Thursday against the Russia Raiders. As Mallory Messick misses that shot, Heitkamp pulls down the rebound, and up ahead of the pack is Paige Eilerman, but she loses the ball. Schmidtmeyer gets it in a scramble.
Eilerman did a nice job of saving that back in, and Fort Loramie maintains control.
Powers, always aggressive there, a little too aggressive there, commits the foul.
Yeah, just reaching in, trying to poke the ball away, but in the process of doing that, a little bit of body contact, so the official gives a little whistle and calls foul.
Heitkamp whips it over there to Barhorse on the inside. Eilerman back out to Riley Heitkamp. Eyes it, flies it, no good. Schmidtmeyer pulls it down, draining the remaining few seconds. And we have a final here. The Fort Loramie Redskins defeat the New Bremen Cardinals 56-17. We'll take a break. Go and give you the final stats, wrap up, and player of the game here next on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
At Home and Interiors, our team loves to design beautiful yet cost-effective projects. From sleek and simple to elaborate and detailed, we customize to fit your tastes and budget with free interior design and color coordination. Visit our 5,000 square foot kitchen design center and bring your next project to life. Full custom kitchen and bath cabinets are built right here in New Bremen. Home and Interiors, your vision designed for your budget.
Today's game is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Uglaze Audiology, NKTelco.
Back here at Fort Loramie High School on this Grand Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports, the Fort Loramie Redskins defeat the New Bremen Cardinals 56-17. Here with our final stats, Mr. Scott Fry.
All right, so let's take a look on the New Bremen side of the ledger. 4 of 22 from the field, just 1 of 8 from outside the arc. 8 of 9 from the free throw perspective, so a nice night at the charity stripe for the Cardinals. 15 rebounds total and 33 turnovers, and there's your kind of your glaring statistic right there. Fort Loramie, 23 of 51 from the floor, 7 of 14 free throws, 3 of 11 from beyond the arc, 16 boards and 9 turnovers.
And there, yeah, again, the stats do tell you the story there. And it was an 18-11 ball game at the half, so don't let this score, tell you that it was what the final score shows. But, man, New Bremen was in it at half, but Fort Loramie just shifted to another gear.
Yeah, they sure did. You're seeing some nice highlights here. You saw Ellie Rechterman connect. There's a nice open shot there by Kenzie Holscher on their way to 16. Fort Loramie just did a great job of shutting things down here in the second half. 33 turnovers for the Cardinals is really the big story.
And Kenzie Holscher, also our NKTelco player of the game, Scott.
Congratulations to Kenzie Holscher, senior from Fort Loramie, and as you said, off to Tiffin next,
Finley
to play volleyball. for the Oilers.
Yep. And that'll wrap it up for us here tonight. Again, the Redskins will move to 11-0. The Cardinals will drop to 3-5. And we'll be back here Thursday for Russia and Fort Loramie, which Dave Helmstetter and I will have the call for here. So again, we'd like to thank our director, Scott Robinson, assisted by Bryce Hamrick. On cameras, we have Mark Fissel and Jacob Johns. For Scott Fry, I'm Brandon Coburn. Here from the last time from Fort Loramie High School. The Fort Loramie Redskins defeat the New Bremen Cardinals 56-17. And we'll see you here next time on NKTelco Sports.